I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
First and 10. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. First and 10 for Dalton. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it's third.
They look to throw on third with Dalton. Open man as Thielen is complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Now Cook. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down now, it's Cook. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Completes it to the fullback hand. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Dalton here from the gun. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down, Richard, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The first carry now, this is Johnson, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Looking to throw on second down. Richard. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing on third and long. Richard. And it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Madison. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
The tackle made.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
3rd down.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings 3, Lions nothing.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll run it with Madison. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go to.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. all the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Johnson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Richard. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Madison. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
And inches.
Going on the ground with Madison. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on 1st down. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And out of the air, Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
3rd and 4.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Richard. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades.
And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Hooked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Going to run with Madison again. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll try and throw for it here. Complete, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Richard. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Allison. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the gun, Richard throwing deep for Galloway. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield here, Dalton. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Another carry now from Madison. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Madison, the ball carrier.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Dalton bootlegs out. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Off play action. Richard. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
This is turnover on downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action now, Dalton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play.
Dalton off play action. And this is going to be intercepted. That's by Tracy Walker. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Johnson.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Being chased out left. He was short and lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football.
This isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, passing it. Dalton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Play action here with Dalton. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Corralled right around the 34. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
The 34-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Richard. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. He's got his man on a crossing route. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So Dalton now lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Madison running left, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the...
They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
37.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things